And
Just to see your face. He wants to see
and
your
if I
pretty face.
didn't answer, he would like send a follow-up message to be like,
Bro, answer my FT.
yeah, like how are you? Or even just be like, hey, can we swap shifts next week? And I was like, did you need a FaceTime? In my head, I'm like, do you need a
Something
FaceTime
about
me
the out of the
to...
blue FaceTime to be like, why is this happening? What are you doing?
My dad does that.
Oh, really?
Like
meaning it, or did he
meaning it? Yeah, not like butt dialing it.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it very often, but whenever sometimes he's like, he's got nothing. Like he's with my mom, he's just sitting around wanting to chat.
Yeah.
He doesn't pick up the phone to call. He'll FaceTime.
I think like that's
And-
great.
and that's great.
They
It's-
probably dreamed of having video calls their whole life, right? They watched the Jetsons, let's say, and they're like, "Oh my god, if we can't get a Rosie to clean our house, but we can at least get a video call, I can video call my boss like Jetson does."
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool.
It was cool. It was weird because it was like, oh, my dad's FaceTiming me, and we're in the middle of a restaurant. I answered it, and he's like looking at me. You can see I'm out, and then he's still like doing dad talk through a phone, yelling through
and
the
you
phone.
can't hear him as well because you're holding the phone away from him,
you're like,
or everyone else can hear.
I do find it nice, and that he doesn't call that often, so it's nice. But if you did it like weekly,
But that's your family asking how
that's
you're
different.
going.
Yeah, not a guy asking
Not a
for a
guy at
shift
work.
change.
Yeah.
I was driving behind somebody yesterday. I saw them like they on their phone, and then I noticed they were FaceTiming while they were driving. I'm like, that doesn't count as that doesn't count as hands free. You're looking at somebody.
I am. I've been in meetings when it was like all Zoom meetings and things like that for work. There was like one guy who was like, I'm rushing, I'm late for the meeting, I'm coming back from this thing, and he was in his car driving with like the
FaceTime
like
up.
he was on the
Naughty
call.
boy.
That's
No,
naughty.
no, you don't do that.
It's
No.
like, dude, it's not that important of a meeting. I just
Yeah.
feel like I'm driving.
Yeah,
Like, I can't make it.
Even still,
Just
I know,
audio would be all
audio
right.
would be fine.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people at my work when they're driving. It's funny. We have like a Monday, or not a Monday morning, just a morning meeting, and they're always late to work.
Yeah.
But they still call in, and you can hear them through the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
and it's just like you hear the car engines going and all that, and you're like, hey, well, at least they're here.
Yeah,
in
so
some
they're still
form of
involved in
capacity.
it.
Yeah.
The small talk though, like if you were to, be in this situation where someone is irritating you, like you're feeling irritated by it, what do you say to someone to be like, I feel like it's one of those things like they're being nice.
They're being nice.
And you're going to be the asshole by being like, stop being nice.
Yeah.
Stop caring about me. Stop asking where my family are. It's not, maybe you could say it's invasive because it's like, I'd rather not talk about my personal life.
Yeah. It's funny. I used to think when I was younger, in my head, I was like, oh, I'll never do small talk when I get up. I'll always have interesting things to talk about.
I'm a large talker.
And then
I ain't talk about large things.
I'm the largest talker.
I'm going to talk large.
Big brain, big conversations.
Yeah.
But as you get older, I think it's just very easy to slip into those questions because it's kind of like a good foundation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I agree with what you're saying. What this guy is doing is it's too much, probably, day in, day out. Like Marcus said, not much is changing.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think the best thing is to just be short?
Maybe, yeah. One word,
Yeah.
one or two word answers.
And
Yeah,
when you
good.
respond, maybe leave a couple of hours between. Don't feel like you
yeah.
have. If you're giving quick responses, it's going to be a back-to-back conversation.
Oh, yeah. You know what else is good? When they give a response, like their message.
Yeah.
And that's almost just like and that's that.
Yeah.
Yes, that is 100% that.
They're like, yeah, good, gonna do this and do this, been well. And you just go, liked your message.
That's
And
a cherry on the social sunday.
That's like,
it's done.
love it. I acknowledge your message.
I acknowledge
don't
your
have a
message for that
follow-up.
words. Yeah, that's it.
We're done here.
Yeah, exactly.
I know the like message is a good way of saying shut up. But like,
I do that too, but I don't do that.
I don't necessarily do it that way.
Yeah, I don't do it. I just like, I acknowledge what you say. It's funny or
I feel like
I approve of it,
yeah.
but I don't have much to add.
It's funny.
to it.
When I use it, I don't do it that way. But when people use it on me, I see it that way. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll shut the fuck up, I guess. Fuck me, I guess.
Fuck you. Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
shut
all
the fuck
right.
up.
That's it.
One thing that's helped me accept that now with Facebook Messenger and stuff is I feel like a lot more people use those messaging things over texting now, right?
Yeah.
So I'm starting to treat that in my head now like, oh, that's just like a text message.
Yeah.
Conversation's over.
Yeah.
For some reason, something about a text conversation that seems a lot more like
Immediate.
just done and dusted
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
kind of over. Whereas a Facebook thing, I guess everyone just assumes you're always on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah.
So it feels like the conversation needs to keep going all the time.
Right.
Which isn't the case.
Yeah, that's true.
So now I'm just like, I think of it as just,
It's different.
it's just like a text message now.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
I actually like when people go back through messages and like or put laughing
yeah.
emojis on like messages that are like maybe an hour ago.
And then,
like,
they've gone
So
back.
it's like they've gone back, they've acknowledged what I said is funny up there,
Yeah.
but they realize I can't rehash the conversation
yeah, right.
now.
I'm not going to bring it back to that. I'll
That's
just
it.
give the old. Good job, Marcus.
It's approved. It's making me approve. Like things I say are funny. People just don't have time to
Because
see
you
it.
put the effort in, Marcus,
Yeah.
and people are just like, oh, Marcus said that. I'm going to give him a thumbs
Yeah,
up.
that's it. I like
so
that.
what do I say for Maury then?
I
Just
think-
be short.
Be short. I think those emojis on those messages are perfect.
Don't be rude. Be short.
Yeah.
In a nice way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's leave it there for Maury. Marcus, I think you're going to go next.
I am going to go next. And this one here is going to come from, I feel like this is going to be a weird one, but Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
I would like Gordon Ramsay to speak to the aliens.
What is it?
Fucking donkey.
Yes.
What is it? The reality TV angle you guys are going for?
I was going to go for someone else, and I thought, no, Gordon Ramsay would be better for a number of reasons.
Right.
A, he can cook him an amazing dish. Yeah.
He might save the human race.
He might save the human race.
Like,
the language of flavor, Marcus.
He can show them. Yeah, he can show them what humans have got in terms of the food.
Bangers and mash, just like
Yeah,
there you go.
You know. But if they're jerks, he can
Poison them.
tell them where to go.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. So
He won't back off.
I've seen Gordon Ramsay on the kids' version of like MasterChef.
Yeah.
And he's just like the sweetest man. He's just like, you
Yeah.
know what? You did your best, and it was beautiful. And then it cuts to him in like the real like kitchen nightmares. He's like, fuck off! And he's like rude ass.
No joke. Me and my girlfriend have been watching Hell's Kitchen recently,
Yeah.
but older seasons from like the early 2000s.
when he
right?
had like no like filter, and he wasn't playing it up.
Man,
either.
that show is brutal. Even the contestants, the way they talk to each other is like crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, me and my girlfriend, there's one part of the show that we love is because after every like dinner service where both teams compete, they usually fail to do a good job, right?
Sure.
And an unintentional catchphrase of his is like when he tells them to go to bed for the night, he doesn't say like, your service is over or, your kitchen closed.
Yeah.
He just goes, fuck off. And they walk off.
It's like you're fired.
Literally every episode
Fuck off.
is like that's the way he tells them to go to bed.
It's like Alfredo when in Project Runway from what's her name? It's the equivalent of that.
Yeah, exactly.
well,
and I feel like he could tell the aliens to fuck off in a good, nice, succinct way.
He'll be the death of all of us.
Yeah, look, he's our best hope of treating them because way to a man is through their stomach, way to an alien's through their multiple stomachs.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
sure it's no different.
No
matter
different.
what the
No
species.
different whatsoever. Anyway, Gordon Ramsay writes in, is blocking my ex and his entire family immature? I'm not on speaking terms with my ex. In fact, I hate his guts. At the end of 2019, he ghosted me for days, then broke up with me. We ended it on bad terms. I destroyed his laptop because he wouldn't pick up his possessions.
Okay.
He was sending his family to retrieve it, which I refused to give it to them, including when the police got involved.
Whoa.
3 days later, I moved out of the state to be with my other ex, whom is now my husband.
Oh my God. What is going
Maury.
on?
Get Maury in here.
This should be Maury's question. His other family and relatives have tried being friendly to me on social media and sending me friend requests, and I was nothing but rude and arrogant towards them. I am blocked his entire family permanently from having any contact with me or my husband.
Okay.
Am I being immature?
Damien was really struggling to follow that. And that was the third time you read the question. We will only play it once for the viewers.
I just want to say,
I followed.
and the award for the least self-aware person in the world goes to
Yes.
this person here, Gordon Ramsay. Fuck off. I've got two words for you.
Fuck off. Okay, so this person's on bad terms with her ex. They broke up because they were ghosted. He wouldn't pick up his things, so she destroyed his laptop.
Yep.
And then his family were trying to get the laptop.
Yep.
And she was just like, no. She wasn't letting them.
No,
they were trying to reach out to her.
They were trying to be friendly with her.
Yeah, and she's just like, I'm blocking everyone that's trying to contact me.
Doesn't want to have to do anything.
Doesn't want to deal with this guy.
Yeah.
The ghost.
Yes.
Swayze.
Yeah.
All right. So what we don't know what he did wrong besides ghosting.
That's it.
And
That's all we
the
know.
only other thing that apparently he's done wrong is that he hasn't picked his stuff up.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's like, can you just leave it in a box in a corner somewhere? Like, leave it, give him some time to come and collect it.
Yeah.
Now, if he had to pick his stuff up, it would take a long time because it's all in pieces
Yeah,
now.
right.
She
It's all
destroyed all of
It's all
it.
shredded.
It's like a Lego set on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, look, for this woman here, for Gordon, the woman.
Yeah.
I mean, it is tough, I guess, in a way to be like, you need to cut the person out if there is a reason for you to feel that way.
Yeah.
So a good way of doing that is like blocking them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not about being mature or immature. But I think it's probably a good way to almost be like, that's the closing the book on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
If he wants to get his stuff back, though, I feel like he should have the opportunity to get his stuff.
I feel like you 100% have to do that, give them the option.
Yeah.
I mean, a laptop is one very expensive thing that is left at your house.
Could be full of photos of your dad on there as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
As we know.
As we know, you never know. Maybe that's why they broke up.
Maybe that's all the photos of the dad.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I feel like, all right, so I've had previous girlfriends and all of that, and I know to get over them, a lot of the time I do block. I do like I can't speak to them. I don't want to speak to them. I'm over it.
Yeah, you can if you keep looking back, you can stir up emotions, and if you're trying to move on, you don't need it.
Exactly. But I always felt like, all right, if I left something over there, sometimes. Nothing. I never left the laptop or something of expense, but like t-shirts.
I was gonna say.
I've left a jumper at someone's house, and I was like, "Well, that's gone. That's gone."
She didn't even bother.
I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to. That was it. I just didn't want to do that.
Did you pick the jumper up? It even smells like her.
Right.
Well, it wasn't like that. It was just like, no, I don't want to
like
talk.
the jumper. But I don't want to have to then open the box.
I like the distance more.
I prefer the space over the jumper itself.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get more jumpers.
Yeah, exactly.
The person who wrote this question, makes me lean with the ex-boyfriend only because they're talking about, is it wrong if I block somebody? I think they're focusing on the wrong issue.
Yeah. What about all the other bad shit you did?
They just glossed over the smashing over the laptop.
She's like, I feel bad I blocked his family, though.
Yeah. It's like, I do feel bad. They're being nice.
I burned the laptop in pieces, which is also bad for the environment because lithium batteries are very, combustible.
Yeah, I think you need to recycle them a certain way.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah. They burn for ages as well. Yeah. You're not supposed to do that. Not that she said she burned it.
If you run out of heater or something, you pay your gas bills.
Not getting cuddles from her boyfriend, so she can just light up a lithium battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep you warm for days.
Yeah, exactly. That'll do it. That'll do it.
Who needs a man when you got lithium batteries?
Ooh, baby. Just lay down with the energy.
Am I right, ladies?
With the Duracell bunny.
Am I right, ladies?
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying, right? I understand if maybe you're looking at stuff that your ex used to own and it's reminding you of him, you want to get rid of it. That's when I think you put it in a box, say, I don't want your stuff here anymore. Come pick it up. It's on my front lawn. Be here in the next hour or something like that.
Goes in the trash.
Yeah.
Give him an ultimatum. Don't just destroy the things.
Yeah.
I think that's the bigger issue here.
Right. Yeah. I agree completely.
I don't know.
But I mean, she's done it now. It's happened. You're
right.
You can't reverse that.
She can unblock though.
Yeah.
If she wanted to reverse, she can unblock.
She does sound, that's true. She can unblock and then apologize and pay it back. Maybe pay back the value of the thing. If she really does feel
I don't think that's happening.
She's never going to do that.
No.
She does sound like a piece of work because I don't know. Now she's with her ex, with her husband. It seems like
right. Yeah, she's got some.
She seems like she was ghosted maybe for a reason, like a little bit. Like
see, I don't know.
I never say ghosting is okay to do.
Right.
But that being said, she does seem like she's got a bit of.
But you know how they say if anyone says my ex was crazy, that's more of a reflection on you than it is of the ex. It's like, all my exes are crazy. Or it's like, she was really crazy. I feel like that's almost a bad thing to say for you. It's almost like you're talking yourself up by saying I wasn't the problem. But I sort of take that as maybe you were the problem.
And ghosting is also like the coward's way out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because you're just completely cutting ties.
You need to sort of say, this is where it's at. This is what's going on.
Who knows? Maybe they were 18 when it all happened. Maybe not. Who knows?
Okay.
You can't say, look.
I like it. Tell me which way you'd prefer to be broken up with, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
Just because
let me down easy or...
No, well, this happened to one of my friends. Okay, so would you rather be ghosted...
Right.
Or... and no point of contact, right?
Yeah.
Or be ghosted by your girlfriend, right? And then this happened to my friend.
Yeah.
He got a bank transfer from his girlfriend.
Okay.
For $5.
Oh.
And it said... for wasting my time or something like that.
Whoa.
That was in the memo of what she sent him.
So she ghosted him.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks later...
He got $5.
I don't understand why she gave him money, but that was her way of saying
that's like she read something in a Cosmo or something and be or online.
Yeah, that sounds like a Cosmo.
You know what you
sort
should
of
do? Transfer him this and say, that's for my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the best part is $5. So your time's only worth $5.
That's what she's saying. It's an insult to the man.
And now,
wait.
You're kind of insulting him.
If she gave him $5,000, I'd be like, well, that seems fair.
I'm reading it the wrong way.
Yeah. She's like, that's for wasting my time.
Now that I've given you the ultimatum, I would take the one where I get money because either way you're getting broken up.
You know what? I wouldn't notice it. Yeah. Not that I'm saying I don't look at my bank transactions.
You just got so much dollars in your...
It would just get lost in all the crap I buy. You know what I mean?
Money going in, money going out. I just don't know.
Was this $5? I don't remember spending that. I'd sort of question it, even though it's coming into me. I'm like, wait, what did I spend $5 on?
For time.
For wasting my time.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I think the ghost is almost like a blessing in disguise at the same time. It depends on how difficult you're finding it because the the best thing to do is cut someone off in a way if you're having a hard time or if they're mistreating you.
Yeah.
That's the best thing for you to do if you're being mistreated. Not ghosting them, but sort of sever ties, let's say.
I've been ghosted before.
Yeah.
In a relationship.
Right.
Ghosted completely. So it wasn't sort of like, Marcus, it's over, see you later. It was just like complete radio silence.
It was more, I need time, give me time,
right,
and I'll get back to you.
And they never
got back to me.
Is that
You checked your bank account.